you know, it's not my games to play.
Yeah, I'd like to see a nerf to some of the top heroes at the moment in the pool. You know, we've talked about Mag and Doom once today already. I feel like there's certain heroes as well. Tiny as well still feels a little bit too strong potentially. Phoenix, I think, still needs a bit touching a little bit, not a huge amount, I don't think. But yeah, I feel like patches are always we all yearn for them.
It's like we get into a new patch. Yeah, exactly. We get into a patch, and all of a sudden we're just thinking, can we get another patch? It's like getting a new season of MMR. Can we get another season of MMR? I've calibrated, and I'm lower than I'd like to be.
I love these 6-month seasons that turn out to be at least a year. Yeah, that's really nice, Valve. The patch thing I can do. I think they've done really well with patches recently. But the MMR season and Dota Plus and stuff needs an overhaul.
Some overhauling. Yeah. So we get into this draft. We were having a little bit of trouble with the lobby, I believe, or EHOME disconnected for a split second, but now we're back in, and we see that it's Oracle Phoenix first 2 from MAGMA. Magnus getting banned again, but we see the Wisp. We see, Mars make it, obviously, as he's been first picked for MAGMA. A lot of things here that have been kind of ignored with a SAPPHIRE and Oracle ban. Is that a P?
It's a D. Oh God, no! I'm not even gonna do it again now. But I'm looking at Doom still in the pool for me.
Yeah,
that's the big one.
Yeah, Doom is still in, and EHOME, they were hit with a level 2 penalty late to the lobby. So obviously the reserve time, they didn't just use that all up. It's that penalty coming in, and they don't have a lot to work with, so they're going to be drafted pretty quick. And that Rubik gets taken away from EHOME. We've seen James on the Rubik. He's played really well. We've also seen him on the Tusk. I wouldn't be surprised if EHOME want to go back to that in some way.
Bloodseeker, I think, looks decent here already for me. I think especially with the Tiny, if they want to pair those two in the laning stage together, feels really strong.
Yeah, that combo is usually pretty disgusting. They go Witch Doctor.
Ooh.
So Doom stays untouched within the first phase. A little bit of a shock to me.
Interesting. So they go for the safe 5 though up against Mars, right? Like it offers you actual kill potential in the laning stage now, especially when you get to level 3 on the Witch Doctor. You get the 2 points of Maledict. Mars has to play so much more carefully, which I really like. And they can still flex the Tiny between 2 and 4. And I guess I don't think anybody play at 3 except LGD, because I mean obviously Faithian loves that hero.
I don't think we've seen anybody do it in this event, but Faith Beyond definitely making a case for other teams to maybe give it a shot. Zeus getting banned, Anti-Mage getting banned by MAGMA, back over to the MAGMA side for their second of 3 bans within this phase, and they go to the Morphling ban. So a lot of hard hitters getting banned out so far.
Yeah, have we seen a Terrorblade today? I don't think we have we?
No, well, we've only had 2 games.
True.
You know, it's not
That's still a shock.
It's not the 3 BO3s that we were having in the group stage where we had a lot of games to kind of sample size from. We've only had 2 games.
Yeah, true.
So
I wonder what carry they EHOME want to put with the Witch Doctor here as well. So obviously you kind of want something that has kill potential, would be really nice. I'd say X-Nova's had a really good tournament so far. I think even though EHOME have had some difficult games, and they've made some mistakes. I think X-Nova's had a great tournament. And he's found more farm on his heroes these days for EHOME than I think he ever did for LGD, it feels like.
And of course his warding's still top tier.
Yeah, we'll talk about that every series because it always comes up.
Well, yeah, usually we'll see that ward placed across the river on the Radiant end, up towards that camp right by the stairs.
We'll see if he gets some early gems as well again this series.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot. He commits to the gem pretty earlier than we've seen other teams commit to the gem. I know we had 2 gems in game 1 of the day that were just kind of dropping. Oh, no, that was game 2. Feels like forever. But I can't believe Doom made it second phase. Yeah. That's crazy to me.
I mean, I feel like gem's one of those really underrated items in a lot of games, though. Oh, that's a brave Omni pick.
Wow.
Into Doom.
Okay. And that looks like a 5 Omni, which I'm not trying to hate on. Just, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't mind the Omni. It's okay. But again, like if you look at Magma's heroes, you can almost assume it's going to be 3-4-5, right? 3 Mars, 4
Yeah.
Rubik, 5 Omni. I don't think they have too much flex value. But if you look at EHOME's team, it's a little bit more difficult to guess. And I think they'll probably look to pick their 2/4 here, potentially. I don't think you want to pick your core matchup here without knowing what Magma's core is.
Mm-hmm.
I think you want the good win condition in the game.
Do you pick something like Snapfire?
You could do.
It
Or like Wind Ranger, I think, could
gives
be
you the
okay.
2 and 4 Monkey King. Wow,
That's cool.
they do commit. I wonder if they'll play that mid. If they have any thoughts about playing that mid.
Well, that's the thing. Like the Monkey King is one of these heroes that can play both lanes. So again, we talked about how they would probably pick a certain role. They still have insane flex value in their team because Monkey King can play 1 and 2, Doom can play 2 and 3, Tiny can play 2 and 4.
He could technically play 3, right? Monkey King
Not really. I don't think that hero has enough
performs well.
playmaking potential. I think you need that time where you come online with items to be really effective.
Yeah.
Unless you want to play old position 4 Monkey King, where you when Abyssal used to work on Wukongs and Basher and stuff. That was dumb as hell.
Hey, was it dumb though?
Yes.
Because you got to see
So
Bobica
dumb.
make some great plays with that hero.
Yeah, not just
And
Bobica,
those were the
every
days.
position 4 Monkey King just built a Basher and then the game was over.
Yeah, but Bobica is the one we remember. Him on that Tusk too. He used to be phenomenal with that hero.
Yeah, it's all about the Ricky.
Yeah. Pugna banned, Phantom Assassin getting banned out here.
So we saw this duo of heroes last series though with Vici and this Omni Knight Lesh. And Lesh is one of those heroes that if you have that defensive capability with someone like the like the Omni Knight on your team, then it feels so much better. Doom's going to have to be really careful about not using his ult on the status resistance of the Heavenly Grace. I actually think you want to take out the Omni every fight with the Doom. I think it's the way you should look to play it, because that hero is so good with its spell usage.
Do you think Inspector for Magma?
I mean, yeah, they could be.
Ooh, they go Ursa. Wow. That's a surprise to me. I think this is the first time we're seeing Ursa in this tournament.
I love this hero. It's so fun to watch. I don't know how good it is, but it's really fun to watch.
Well, you
They
do
have
best cosmetic for it now.
True. Shout out to B-Cop for gifting me the little.
I said I
little
would,
bear.
man. I said I would.
Yeah, you did say it on stream as well, so I could have just found the VOD and been like exposing you on Reddit.
Giving me
God,
one of
B-Cop
those
lied to
bad
me.
political ads. B-Cop is a liar. Ooh, okay, so Queen of Pain comes out last for EHOME. So that looks like it pushes the Tiny 4, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I think it's Monkey King 1, Cop 2, Doom 3. Would be my guess. Magma have this really strong lineup though in this game. Like the 20-25 minute mark, they have 3 cores. They're going to have like Mars Blink. Lesh is going to have like Yules +1, and Ursa's going to have like 2 items as well, and they're just going to run at them, I imagine. I think they have problems at dealing with Wukongs potentially, and I think they're going to have problems when EHOME get their BKB timings. But I'd love to see this Ursa do some work this game, because I think it has a good core matchup this game, up against the Doom in the laning stage. But as the game goes on, it gets a bit harder.
Does SCC swap lanes with XM again?
No, I don't think so. I think you want to put the Quap against the Lesh. I don't think you want to put the Monkey King there. I think you put the Monkey King against the Mars, put the Quap against the Lesh. If anybody's likely to swap around, Magma might, but I think both teams will be pretty standard with their lanes, would be my guess.
No. X-Nova on the Switch Doctor, and we'll see how game 1 goes. Again, do or die series, win and you're on, and lose and you're out. We already saw one team get eliminated today, and that was Royal Never Give Up. So we'll be saying farewell to a second team, and we'll see who that is. Ooh, X-Nova. Come on, man. Oh, dying in the pregame screen. You guys can't see that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a little bit disappointed as well. The Ursa actually doesn't have the set V-Cop, so unfortunately
that's
we're not
a
going to
little
be able to see it.
disappointing.
Prepare for battle.
He starts Orb of Venom on the Ursa, so he knows what he wants to do. Doom might have a really difficult time down here. Is that going to be up to James on the Tiny to try and like manipulate the creep wave and things to make sure the creep wave in this bot lane isn't just like sat next to the tier 1 tower all the time, because then Doom will really struggle if it is. XM Queen of Pain as well in the mid lane. Really great hero. XM very good at this, Queen of Pain.
Yeah, as we saw in that series, that SCC
It's
was
the,
moved to the mid.
It's the blue Queen of Pain as well.
I stand for the light. Look out
30 seconds to battle.
dogs.
So, 19 seconds till go time here. Xnova didn't place the ward where I thought he would. But again, we talked about how he's got to kind of switch it up.
The battle begins.
Yeah,
Can't
don't want to
just
do the same things all the time.
Because then you'll just get that ward dewarded all the time.
Which is, I feel like that's what happened last Dota bit. Was teams got very like standard with their warding across all games, and we saw a lot of D-wards at the start of games last series. Last season, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, this is the third season. We have a lot of match data to go on now. Albeit teams with different roster lineups. As you can see, popular heroes, that Tiny, Mars, Void, Snapfire, Monkey King. We've got 3 heroes out of that 5 in this game. We've seen SCC on that Monkey King a couple times. His Ursa is a new one for us. And I'm excited to see it. He's got Battle Fury queued up.
Come on, Kaz, stop the pull from the Tiny. Come on.
Did say that Omni Knight does struggle a little bit. In the laning phase, of course.
Yeah, again, you got to punish the weak laning stage from the Omni.
You think at some point they'll just get rid of pulling the wave like this, like for the entire game?
I don't know, I quite like it. I think it makes it so like safe lane isn't so easy. Because otherwise what happens is you just always have the wave under your tower, and like if you pick a strong lane support, then it's really difficult to like have a game as the offlaner.
Yeah, I will say in League, I know you can't deny creeps and you can't really alter their pathing. Can't even creep block.
Don't talk about that, B-Cop.
Sorry.
Unacceptable, talking about League ever.
I didn't mean it.
I think he did, chat.
So, 2 minutes in, what are we looking at? Like, are we expecting this kind of outcome in the laning phase? Are we looking for either team to be aggressive come, like, level 3, 4, 5?
I think, obviously, mid lane's a bit of a skill matchup. I think Queen of Pain does well in this lane, but Les should do okay. Like, when he gets to, like, level 4, level 5. But if the Queen of Pain hits level 6 first, they might have some kill potential with Sonic Wave. Bot lane, definitely Ursa favoured. I think they should be fine down here.
Yeah.
But again, James, with him manipulating the creep wave, Doom needs to make the most of these early levels, because when Ursa gets to like level 4, he gets the 2 points in Fury Sights and the 2 points in Aftershock. Chalice has potential of dying down here as well. Top lane, I think Mars Rubik's a strong lane in general, but Monkey King should be fine.
And the telekinesis into the potential Spear and God's Rebuke. Always a nice little combo.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Xnova has managed to stack a small camp and pull it this game. Yeah, they do block it now. Radiant side, but
Xnova's got a sentry ward, so I wonder if he's just going to know this and...
He just saw his ops get dewarded, right? So.
Yeah. Question is, can he get to the point where he can deward that, you know? TZY and Miam Miam playing pretty far forward and a lot of pressure. And the courier from Monkey King. Ooh. That really shouldn't happen when you know where both these heroes are.
Yeah, but this pull from Xnova basically secures so much of the Monkey King in the laning stage.
They're going to bring James over. I don't know if that'll do anything. Could they get the kill on a ZC? If he's not too careful, I guess they could. They're going to try and secure the 4-minute rune, at least. I'm not certain if Rubik caught a glimpse of James.
Lesh versus Queen of Pain. This is going to be a big active rune here, potentially.
ZC and Kaz over bottom. It's a 50-50 and double damage for ZC to fill up the bottom.
That's huge. DD, especially at this point in the lane, when you're looking towards that level 6, like we talked about. That's just falling you a little bit behind in XP, but should help him in that next wave or two. 12 denies on the Queen of Pain. Wow.
Yeah, XM, he's very good on this hero and very good mid. Once upon a time, of course, saw him stand in for LGD. And he was playing for CDC when he stood in. So, he had a long ride with CDC too. I think like 2 years. And that team, towards the end of the season last year, looked pretty good too. So Diabolic Edict, double damage gets popped. ZC. Apparently one of the casters would like item recommendations, but they've got the toss as well as the avalanche. And looks for the stun, misses it. Shadow Strike in the right, clicks on a ZC. Mian comes over.
I flame the Russian caster.
Radiant are scared.
You know when they do accidentally click that? If I do Control Alt on Mantle of Intelligence, is that too personal? I don't know how to feel.
A tithe to the impurities.
Oh, they're close. Never mind. He'll never know.
If you had done that immediately, I would have been... I mean, I still am. But I would have been cracking up, that's for sure.
Sorry, Twitch chat. I wasn't brave enough.
Banner runes, by the way, go 2 apiece. XM taking a lot of damage there over mid, sitting pretty low. And Ursa going down for first blood. James comes over with X-Nova, and Chalice has gone 3-2. And they get the kill on the Ursa for first blood. Wow.
That's a really early rotation. But like Monkey King with this level 5 doesn't need too much help up in this top lane. Like if he ever gets Jingu hits off, it's really difficult to kill him off at that point. Mid lane.
Don't think
and now they both rotate mid.
Yeah, they're gonna come over mid. Sonic Wave blows away ZC. Kaz,
is under attack.
he can only stand and watch. He's only level 2. Not much he could do in terms of helping. He already had already thrown the Heavenly Grace as well as Purification, but that wasn't enough. And with that,
Did
level
they not
6,
see them walking from bot lane under this Observer ward that they have? Is it like bot bounty rune? I feel like you should know that if they're all bot lane, Witch Doctor doesn't have TP, and then they stop showing in the bot lane. You know, surely there's only one place on the map they can go. Lane stage going really well for EHOME at the moment though. This Lesh is struggling hard in the mid lane. I feel like we've seen this a couple of times from ZC. Like some lanes he does really like okay in his laning stage, but others. You remember that tiny game he had where he fell really far behind?
TZY. Oh, okay.
Was that the Radiance item? Or was it the Dyers?
Which one?
Yeah, it's the Radiance. Okay. No, the Poor Man's Shield.
No.
They do have a jelly, though, on the Monkey King and the Quap now. So Quap going to be very happy about that. 8-minute rune coming soon. Could be a big one, especially with this Sonic Wave coming off cooldown again. Both teams going to need to head over for this. See the stack being taken by the Lesh under a ward?
They're going to come over. They've got X-Nova moving forward and trying to figure it out, but minute rune stun doesn't land, and the haste is bottom. They've got the Maledict. They also have Monkey King coming over. They get the kill there on a Mian, send back Kaz. ZC and TZY come over. They've got the arena, but the blink out from XM. Spear missing. SCCC was balanced strike out a couple, trying to run. And they don't really have any way to lock him down, so...
I love seeing people... I love seeing them people bringing numbers over, even just for like a 3 or a 4 stack like this early on. I think it's really important. Also, you see X-Nova Sentry in the river doesn't quite reach the Radiant Observer ward.
And just a bit short. Maledict, though, onto the Mars, and Avalanche gets thrown out as well as the cast. They've got the toss. Sonic Wave on all 3. TZY in some trouble. Purification, Heavenly Grace on him, so he'll survive the Maledict. XM still moving forward. TZY, he's got a spear available. Uses the God's Rebuke, and there's the Fable from Yamya, and Ursa comes over, kills off James. It's a 1-for-1 thus far. As X-Nova trying to run from this Ursa who's got Earthshock in 2. Jumps over, Cast Throne, XM. Shadow Strike, but X-Nova hit with the Fable, and he'll fall.
Easy kills.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now they can take the stack. I mean,
Radiant's
Chalice is down
bottom
in this
tower
spot lane
is
absolutely
under
loving
attack.
life right now because everybody turned up to that fight except him. He's like, guys, sorry, TP. It just pretends his TP's on cooldown or something, right? Like,
Even though
guys,
he's got
sorry,
all
no
3
TP.
that he started with.
Shh, shh, shh. They don't need to know. And now they're going to get this bot tier 1.
Tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Level 8, 3401. Wouldn't be surprised to see the 440.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Nate Glyph, but all their heroes are on the top end of the map.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, 10-minute rune spawn as well. Lesh gets another active rune in the DD.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let's see, Chalice. He holds that Devour
Dire's
waiting on that
structures
level
are
4.
fortified.
You see up in this top lane, this Ursa's desperately trying to take a tower. But this is one of the problems with Ursa in general as a core, is that it doesn't hit towers very well. But when you pair it up in conjunction with the Lesh in this mid lane, obviously they like cover the weaknesses of each other pretty well. Like the Lesh offers that AoE damage that the Ursa can sometimes lack.
They're looking over mid. And they're gonna go. They're gonna look for this Omni Knight, Infernal Blade, Purification, but the damage still there. Maledict popping off, as well as the Shadow Strike. So the Maledict will proc. They've got the Doom threw down the arena. So now Mars needs to back off to hit the stun on the Chalice. He'll try to back away, toss up into the air. Chalice ends up dead to the Fable, as well as the Pulse Nova ringing from ZC. X-Nova will also fall to the Pulse Nova.
Yeah, good Doom stopped Chalice dying straight away, but they just didn't have the follow-up damage. I think the Sonic Wave didn't quite clip the Lesh there. I think it only hit the Rubik, I'm not 100% sure. But this Ursa almost has Battle Fury. Like, he's farming really well.
Keeping up in farm with Doom, who had a free lane bottom, and he's using Devour.
Yeah, I do think this is one of those matchups, though, that Magma, they need to be playing from ahead with the lineup that they have, like with these 3 mid-game cores. So if they ever start to fall behind this game, and it's already a 1k net worth advantage for EHOME, the game doesn't look bad for them yet, but I feel like as the game gets later and later, the game gets more difficult, right? So it's up to them to keep making plays happen on the map.
Yeah, they're also 1,000 experience ahead, but we'll see once this Battle Fury's finished for the Ursa how things go and progress from there.
Yeah, it's a really early Battle Fury, though, so that's going to help him scale, massively.
See, does have the balance strike to stop the TP. And Chalice coming over, as is James. Nowhere for TZY to run. Toss into the air. Chalice, Infernal Blade. And TZY won't get away from the Primal Spring of SCCC.
Needs to let SCCC farm. This is going to be very close to his Battle Fury as well.
We'll see if he goes that and then Ags. Because we saw Battle Fury Manta for the last Monkey King today.
I mean, he might feel like he might need BKB second item depending how the game goes. Like, it's
Stun
obviously
on
really
the
good
XM
against
mid. Kaz coming over, but there's the blink away. Cast thrown out as well as the Maledict. James coming over, potentially to go on to the Omni Knight. They've got the Avalanche as well as the toss into the air, but the stun hits. Sonic Wave kills off Kaz. XM, I believe, has turned the Sonic Waves into at least 1 kill every single time.
Yeah, D-Ward from X-Nova as well around that top rune. Very nice. They always have Blink on the Doom, though. So, although they have no Sonic Wave, they really need this Orchid on the Queen of Pain more than anything right now on EHOME. I think that's the thing that's like holding them back from making more plays on the map.
So, 1k lead, smoke used. That's on Kaz and TZY. Showing Mian bottom. S.C. He's in the trees. Dancing. Wukong's and Ballast Strike. Mian steals the cast, but there's the spear on X Nova. They'll trade 1 for 1. ZC missing the stun.
That was really well played by this. This is a long TP.
They ping it out. They just don't have a way to stop it. Spear on cooldown, and TZY couldn't get close enough for the quelling blade onto the tree.
Yeah, I mean, Lesh tries to go for the stun, predicting that Monkey King hasn't jumped away again. But, top lane.
He's got the stun hitting James, but there's XM showing himself with a double damage. He does have some reinforcements, though. Blink Dagger picked up for James. 14 minutes and just about 15 on that blink. That's not bad.
Yeah, that Blink Dagger timing on Tiny is really strong. He doesn't have any mana at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. There's the clarity on X Nova. Yeah, there you go. But they haven't waited for this blink on the courier. They want to make a play straight away around the bounty runes.
Doom, Ursa in some trouble. God's Rebuke as well as the spear. Cast bouncing around. They've got the Avalanche as well as the Maledict. Toss him up into the air and get the kill onto this Ursa. ZC running him back, but thinks about going in. He's kind of just going back and forth. He was very indecisive about where he wanted to go. Now he gets hit by the Sonic Wave. They've got the ult running from X Nova. They'll get the kill into ZC. That was...
Here comes SCCC as well.
I don't even know from a ZC, but they've got the telekinesis on a Chalice. TZY goes with the arena, misses because the blink out is there for XM. They'll look over at Kaz. Continue forward for the Omni Knight. Chalice backing away. The spear lands on SCCC. Kaz is able to get behind the tier 2 tower, and the Maledict runs out, so he'll survive. They look over, they'll find Mian, so they'll still get a +1 that they were after. And a tier 1.
Yeah, it's going to go really well for EHOME. As soon as that Ursa gets doomed up and dies, I think you have to just 100% bail on that fight if you're a MAGMA. Because you just don't have the damage output without the Ursa. Because this hero is like... Oh, hang on. Orchid mid? No, he's fine.
It was really weird from the Leshrac, too. Like, he just didn't know if he wanted to go or stay.
Yeah. And they have to land a good arena here as well on TZY. There's so much pressure on him because he's the whole team fight of MAGMA. So without a good arena, they have no way of controlling up these heroes. I mean, Queen of Pain's in a different league because they can't really deal with her at all this game in terms of lockdown, unless they get a blink spear on her. And when she gets this BKB, I do worry for a MAGMA that Queen of Pain kind of just dictates the whole fight.
Spear on X Nova, but they're starting to back away. They've got the Balance Strike as well as the cast coming out. Heavenly Grace, 3 stacks, full Jingu, Avalanche, toss, ulti from X Nova. Kaz and TZY, they drop with ease.
EHOME really starting to take over the map here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I feel like this ward in the Radiant top jungle is one that we see all the time. But Ursa's kind of sitting under it at the moment.
Oh boy. On the run, pops the Enrage.
Radiant structures are
going
fortified.
Sanjin Yasha.
He's going to know that they have vision somewhere here now, though. Because they just found that initiation onto him.
Yeah. So,
but where on the map at the moment is safe for MAGMA?
Dire are scanning.
They don't see anything on the map apart from this Lesh up in top lane at the moment.
Top
right?
tower is under attack.
There's no wards down.
At first it gets to the point where he's got Sanjin Yasha and Satanic. If he goes Satanic next. Then he's got Heavenly Grace and the Enrage. He's got a massive amount of status resistance.
Yeah, it's really good this game up against the Doom. He needs to just build for status resistance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think the Radiant Wards, I don't know why they need to be down here in this bot jungle, because I think they want to be playing top side of the map. EHOME are controlling the whole bottom jungle. So if MAGMA want to play around their vision and try and make things happen, it needs to be up top. But it feels like, EHOME are controlling where all the fights are at the moment. You're going to smoke up though, MAGMA.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Almost an Ags on the
They've got
Monkey King, 950 gold away.
They've got the blink for TZY, so blink and the spear that lands, but the cask as well as the ult from X Nova. They get the kill on SCCC. They look over at this Witch Doctor. TZY taking a lot of damage. There's the Guardian Angel, so both drop to ZC.
With the impurity.
Stolen Death Ward though.
Oh,
He's fine.
Radiant's middle
God.
tower is under attack.
that chunked him real hard.
Yeah, really good play by MAGMA. They find some kills. Feels like the first, good opening they've had in a while. And they kept their tier 2 alive, which is really good before that 20-minute mark, so they can't take over the outpost on EHOME.
Philosopher's Stone, Vambrace for the Doom.
Did he just... I think James wanted that Philosopher's Stone, and Chalice just sent it back to base straight away. Next server's like, haha, it's mine, you fool.
Nova, allowing his greedier side to come out.
Like we've said, though, he's had a decent amount of net worth this tournament in other games, so...
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's been playing really well. Smoke picked up by the Rubik. They've got Arena in 15. That with their own Death Ward. Could potentially be a big fight. But Man's got to find the right positioning because he could just get the Death Ward stopped via the Boundless Strike.
Stolen Doom.
Oh, that's, well, even better. Even if Kaz dies there, he just got hit so hard.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that only happens once, though, if you're Chalice. Like, from now on, you use the Doom and then you save the Scorched Earth until afterwards to make sure the Rubik steals that. James
We
mid.
say it only happens once, but now they take a look over. James on the run. Earth Shock, and the damage? With our ZC, he didn't have the best laning phase, but he's doing pretty well overall.
Axe coming on the Monkey King here. I do wonder whether this means EHOME want to start taking fights still. I think their game plan should just be to keep extending the game. I don't think there should be any pressure on them. But they're going to know that this Roche is going on, surely. They're against an Ursa lineup. Yeah, and they smoke up straight away.
They'll get there with plenty of time, but they're going up and
say
around.
that.
Maybe not.
It's an Ursa.
Oh, wow. And now they move forward. They find the Rubik. They hit the Spear of the Wukongs. This is in a good position for SCCC, but they get the kill on XM. They only lose Man so far with the BKB Popeye Chalice. They go after TZY. Inferno Blade. That'll take out the Mars. Meanwhile, they doomed up the Witch Doctor, so he doesn't have the Death Lord. He doesn't have the Cask, and they're trying to get their hands on Axe Nova, but there's the Cask. The Earth Shock out. Avalanche thrown from James. Heavenly Grace doing some work here for the Ursa. He's got the Guardian Angel to work with as well as the Aegis. Now he focuses his attention onto James, and he should have himself another kill onto the Tiny. And it's a triple kill for this Ursa. Meanwhile, ZC getting chased down by Chalice behind the tier 2, and nobody's helping him, but TP in, Man, Scorched Earth. Does he have a way to... Clumsy Net stops him up, and he's just going to keep him alive for the Ultra kill for the Ursa.
Yeah, this Ursa is scary. I mean, we talked about the Lesh and the Omni Knight combo, but if the Lesh dies, the Omni Knight's quite happy to play with the bear. He does a huge amount of damage and still has the Aegis after that fight.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Again, this Monkey King, he's really strong with the Battle Fury Axe, but I think he massively needs this BKB to be able to fight 5-on-5 up against the Lesh Mars. And even then, he has to be really worried about the Ursa still, offering like the raw DPS.
One thing to note too is we talked about how it should be hard to catch XM, but Blink's Spear Arena, XM just gets blown up.
But the only way he died is through that spear, right? Now he has BKB. This is what I was saying. Now I think he's going to be really difficult to deal with.
Ooh, no BKB goes Basher for the Ursa, and now Ursa getting pressured by himself. Orchid Burn, there's the Enrage. Cast comes in. Arena down for TZY. Purification was onto a creep. It wasn't onto the Ursa. So the Sonic Wave comes through. They get the Aegis out of their hands. But the Pulse Nova, can they get the damage out? A lot of these heroes are on the side of EHOME with the Inferno Blade hitting onto ZC. They'll leave the Leshrac and back away. So ZC starts this game off really well and now has back-to-back deaths.
Yeah, and that death on the Ursa, he's absolute no man's land in that mid lane just by himself. Kind of almost like baits his team because his team kind of like panic and they're like, oh god, we have to help him. And all of a sudden, running themselves into death.
Some interesting positioning from that Ursa that drew his team in.
But he feels really strong because he has Aegis, right? And he wants to hit these towers, but... Oh, God.
Infernal
He's
Blade,
gone.
Doom, and... Oh, stole... Oh, just could not get it out in time. They've got the Doom on a Kaz. They'll take Mian and Kaz out.
Yeah, I really like that they use that Doom, though, on the Omni. Again, because like we said, I think the Omni Knight's the most important one to take out. Because if you take away that defensive capability, yes, the Lesh and the Ursa are really strong, but it's mainly because they feel safer with the Omni Knight behind them.
So is he going to continue to finish the Abyssal? No, now he's got BKB Satanic. I would say I'd like to see the Satanic first, but we'll see.
What, onto Ursa?
Yeah, I don't know. Orchid, Witch Doctor, lifted it in the air. There's the Orchid on the Ursa, but they've got the Yules on Lestrak, so they have the control to kill off X Nova. Ursa with another kill, 7, 2, and 3.
I'd actually quite like to see him go Abyssal and then into Satanic.
Dire's
personally.
middle
He did
tower
switch,
is under
yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I think he needs to offer some kind of threat against the Queen of Pain. Because like we said,
Dire's
otherwise the Queen of
middle
Pain,
tower
XM just
has
has a completely
fallen.
free game when he pops BKB. So if the Ursa goes Abyssal, XM actually has to be worried then. And like
Dire
think more
are
about his
scanning.
positioning and things.
Worthy tribute.
Like obviously the Satanic at some point in this game is going to be really good, but the Abyssal means they actually do damage and have kill
Radiant
threat
are
on people.
scanning.
And it's about winning the game, not about keeping yourself in.
So, towards bottom XM, like you said, has that BKB. Chalice going into the Shivas. And James Blink Yules. Okay.
Yeah. If XM gets to the point in level 25 this game with the Fear, Ursa's game gets so much harder. Because, you know, it's much easier to kite around.
Oof. Avalanche, ton of Miami. The Boundless.
Radiant's middle tower
Are they going to
is
start hitting
under
this tier
attack.
2 mid here potentially? They've got the soldiers from the Monkey King.
Radiant
extra building damage
structures
coming
are
through.
fortified. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This Lesh is TPing bot. He has to be really... Yeah,
Dire's top
he instantly
tower is
runs
under
away.
attack.
They're going to go to the high ground. Ooh.
Ooh.
Chalice. That is ambitious.
I like that play though. They
James
have to
too.
hold on the
Where
high
is
ground.
James? Oh, Spear from TZY is up.
But they have to deal with this. Like, where's the Ursa?
Dire's
They're losing
top
their
tower
building.
is under attack.
They don't have Glyph. They're just going to lose a tier 3.
They're just
Radiant's
losing a
bottom
tier
tower
3.
is under Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Like, they're just not set up and ready.
There's
in
the
time.
Abyssal. Maybe they were waiting for that. Boundless Strike, Infernal Blade. There's Purification, but the Abyssal comes out into the Doom. They've got the BKB Popeye SCCC as well as Chalice. They've got the Wukong's command down.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Guardian Angel early in this fight.
And that's the enraged down though.
Oh,
from the
great
Ursa.
arena. The question is, can they follow up with the damage? They look over at SCCC. They've got the Doom out of the Ursa. The Sonic Wave gets thrown forward. And now ZC, he falls, but X Nova and SCCC are gone. They look after Chalice. They've got the Infernal Blade. The damage is out. James with a minuscule amount of health. He gets away, but look at XM. The Blink, Abyssal, it's available in 4. But not in time to catch XM.
EHOME all left the base, but the soldiers that got left behind took the melee racks. Oh dear. So again, good fight for Magma though, but they lose their racks. So EHOME, they're not going to be massively unhappy with that.
Spiderlegs for the Ursa. He'll keep those. And now Abyssal Satanic. Yeah, like you said, not a bad fight for Magma.
Yeah, it was okay. They did fine. But again, when they're holding their high ground, that's the best positioning for a fight they could have, right? If they ever try and take a fight outside their base, I think they're going to struggle a lot more. Good arena, though, by TZY in the first place, kind of like starts that whole fight and keeps everybody in place. And good Guardian Angel by the Omni as well, because he thought he was going to get doomed up, so he threw it out straight away just in case.
So with that Satanic, like I said, gonna have a lot of status resistance. What's it at right now? 20%. Okay. That's without the Heavenly Grace, of course.
X never thought he was going to be getting a telescope, by the way. So sent Philosopher's Stone back to base. James keeps the telescope.
A little bit of payback. Telekinesis onto the Witch Doctor using those spider legs, but they've got the silence. There's the arena! TZY! They get the kill to Chalice as well as Exoma. They use the Abyssal Blade onto XM. The Wukong's command is down from SCCC with the Avalanche being thrown out.
What's the opposite of
I
regicide?
believe that was from the Rubik. It was. They get the kill on a Kaz. They take a 2-for-1 in the favor of Magma. They still want to go back into this, but Ursa? Avalanche toss, Boundless Strike. They've got the Sonic Wave, and down he goes. 10 times spree for SCCC. ZC now needs to run. James is looking for a blink and an Avalanche toss. He goes the wrong way. But they're going to stay on him. ZC gets silenced, tossed up into the air. They've got the damage, but here comes the Rubik. Avalanche out, and now he just gets killed off. It's a +1. Yan tries to TP out, but the Balance Strike is there, and now Roche is available for the side of EHOME.
That fight started so well for Magma. They managed to burst down the Doom straight away before he got anything off. The Ursa charging back in there, that's a rare mistake from him this game. He's played really well on the Ursa, but running up to that high ground again without vision is really scary when you've got no enrage up. Like, it was on cooldown still. He has no BKB or anything. So they instantly turn around on EHOME. And now the worst thing about that death on the Ursa is it's at the Roche spawn timing. So when you play these Ursa lineups and you give Aegis, like, when you give Aegis away to the enemy team like that, it feels so rough. And even though I think they lost that melee Rex before, I don't think they were in an awful position this game on Magma, but after that one fight, all of a sudden they're 15k net worth behind, they give an Aegis away to EHOME. And now it's really difficult.
If they can survive this Aegis with relatively light damage, which percentage-wise probably not going to happen, but I think if they could hold here, for the most part, they comebacks available for them. You can see what they're able to accomplish. TZY's been kind of on it with the last few arenas. And then that with the follow-up from both ZC as well as the Ursa. But now Doomew's on the Leshrac. I was talking about if they can hold it, they'll steal the War Stomp. They've got the Telekinesis into the War Stomp. Now the Abyssal. Chalice is dead. Guardian Angel used. ZC is dead before Chalice even falls. But there's the cast as well as the silence. They've got the Maledict and the Death Ward coming through. Boundless Strike is out, and down goes the Ursa. Just as quickly as I talk about them having the potential to hold this, but Sonic Wave takes out TZY, and you can see all three cores drop on Magma, +1 on Cats.
They have buybacks available, and they're going to have to use them here, but with the Aegis still up especially, like, the problem with this is this Ursa's really strong, but like we said, he's reliant on the Omni because he doesn't have BKB. So as soon as they get separated up in the fight...
Spear with the BKB, be popped by XM. They've got the Wukongs down. So that'll zone out Magma. The focus from XM's on a Yan, who's trying to get back. He's got the War Stomp, misses that, blink forward. XM takes out the Rubik, he'll buy back too. And they look over at the Ursa, who gets the Heavenly Grace, turns this around and blows up SCCC for the first life.
Stolen Avalanche here as well.
Avalanche comes in, Spear to the tier 3, that no longer stands. Telekinesis, the lockdown is there. They'll take out the Monkey King. This is the potential that they have with this lineup. Okay. But it's just costing them so much.
What you need to understand there, Beakup, is Radiant brought back on literally every single one of their heroes. All 5 of them, I'm pretty sure, brought back. 1, 2, 3, 4... Or maybe just 4 of them.
Who didn't
I don't know.
back?
1, 2, 3, 4... No, all of them have brought back. Yeah.
Titan Sliver. Throw that over to the Ursa too, give him more status resistance. It's actually going into the BKB, so he'll halt his production on the Satanic.
Yeah, if he has the Titan Sliver status resistance, he needs the BKB now, because I think he saw in that last fight, as soon as he gets Orchid up, like if the Omni Knight's not with him anymore, then he can get bursted from 100 to 0. It's not like that at the start of the game, because they can't kill him quick enough, but now they can.
He's holding onto the spider legs. Who's got the status resistance? Ooh,
Lift.
Blink Telekinesis. And now they look over the Abyssal Blade, but the E-Blade. All right, James all of a sudden has an E-Blade. They get the kill to Man, and they look at the Death Ward. They got to remember, they bought back with these heroes. So Pop the Enrage goes for the damage onto the Chalice. They've got XM moving forward. Scream, and that's the Fear Sonic Wave. Kaz ends up dead. Ursa fighting for his life. He'll die. And that might just be it.
I respect that play from Magma though,
Dire's top
and yeah, I
tower
think that
is
will be
under
it. But
attack.
if they allow EHOME to come to their base and take the fight there, EHOME are going to be set up and ready.
Radiant's middle barracks
So
are
although
under
the game
attack.
looks like the game's really rough for them, they have to try and make a play on the map to stop EHOME grouping up as 5. Like they need to catch somebody by themselves, and they thought they'd found Chalice, but this Tiny just sat on the side ready with the E-Blade, baits them in. And yeah, great win for EHOME. I don't think again. We said it at the start of the series. I don't think Magma played particularly awful that game, but
Yeah.
they don't play well enough across the whole game